Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. On behalf of Brigadier General Thomas Tickler, Commander of the U.S. Army Corps of Engineers, North Atlantic Division, welcome to today's Change of Command ceremony. This morning, we bid farewell to the outgoing Commander, Lieutenant Colonel David Park, and welcome the incoming Commander, Lieutenant Colonel Ramon Brigantti. Ladies and gentlemen, we would like to recognize a few special family members celebrating this occasion with us today. Lieutenant Colonel Park is joined by his wife Jill, sister Christine, her husband Charles, brother-in-law James Jung, and friend of the family Mike Gallahan. Lieutenant Colonel Brigantti is joined by his wife, Lieutenant Colonel Crystal Brigantti, their sons RJ and Isaac, his mother, Miss Carmen Cruz Santiago, mother-in-law, Miss Donna Lloyd, and uncle, Mr. Andres Brigantti. Our in-person and virtual audience today includes, from the office of Senator Chris Coons, Mr. Andrew Dinsmore, from the office of Congresswoman Susan Wild, Ms. Maureen Hickman Caparasso, Military Liaison and Gold Star Fellow. Also representatives from the office of New Jersey Governor Phil Murphy, and numerous federal, state, and local partners, USACE commanders, former Philadelphia commanders, and of course, our beloved Philly team members, both past and present. Thank you all for joining us today. From time immemorial, armies throughout the world have conducted ceremonies to commemorate victory over an enemy, to honor their heroes, to celebrate special occasions, or to pay homage to their fallen comrades. These ceremonies add color and pageantry to military life. In the United States, the foundation of our present-day ceremony is a reflection of procedures practiced since the dawn of our nation.
For more than a century and a half, the U.S. Army Corps of Engineers Philadelphia District has been maintaining navigable waterways, managing water resources, and building military facilities in the heart of the Northeast Corridor. The district was established in 1866, but the Corps' local legacy starts with Army engineers planning the encampment of Washington's colonial army at Valley Forge. And in 1829, the Corps began its first civil works project in this region, a stone breakwater near Cape Pendleton to protect ships in the Delaware Bay. From its inception, the district's foremost mission has been navigation. In 1919, the federal government purchased the Chesapeake and Delaware Canal, still operated by the district for the Port of Baltimore, along with the C&D's 5 highway bridges, the largest such inventory in the Corps. During World War II, the 100-mile Delaware River Federal Channel was deepened to 40 feet from Philadelphia to the sea. A project further deepening it to 45 feet was recently completed. Once part of the district is still located here, the Marine Design Center delivers dredges, surveying workboats, barges, and other vessels for the Corps, Army, and other agencies. Philadelphia is also home to the Corps-owned seagoing hopper dredges. Since the 1990s, sand for dunes and beach nourishment has helped protect coastal communities from storms. Since Sandy, the district has now constructed a total of 10 such projects in New Jersey and 6 in Delaware. After back-to-back 1955 floods, they claimed the first comprehensive river basin study, followed by construction of 5 dams in eastern Pennsylvania that the district operates for. These include Blue Marsh Lake, where Corps Park Rangers manage resources. In the early 1970s, the district began growing greener, its jurisdiction expanding to wetlands as well as waterways. 4 decades of support to EPA have made Philadelphia the Corps' leader in Superfund remediation. Ecosystem restoration projects have ranged from dam removal to fish ladders to a dune system near Cape May that shelters the freshwater stop along the North Atlantic Flyway. Finally, the district has a proud record of military installation support, most recently at Dover Air Force Base, Tobyhanna Army Depot, and Joint Base McGuire-Dix Lakers. After 9/11, Philadelphia became the Corps' center for global power contracting, particularly in Iraq and Afghanistan. Today, as always, the Philadelphia District soldiers and civilians proudly serve the nation with the responsiveness and reliability for which they are so well known.
Today's ceremony still bears hallmarks from the Continental Army's first manual ceremonies, the Blue Book, written by General von Steuben in 1779. The ceremony that you are about to witness includes arrival of the official party, presentation of honors, honors to the nation, change of command, remarks, and conclusion. We hope you enjoy this historic event. The reviewing officer for today's ceremony is Brigadier General Thomas Tickner, Commander, North Atlantic Division. The color guard is provided by our very own Blue Marsh Lake Rangers color guard team, under the direction of Ranger Jonah Eckert. We begin our proceedings by honoring the families who stand beside our leaders. Successful commanders depend on strong teams, both at work and at home. Their families' love, sacrifice, and unwavering support are what makes their service to our nation possible. On behalf of the soldiers, civilians, and families of the Philadelphia District, red roses are now being presented to Lieutenant Colonel Park's wife, Jill, a tradition symbolizing appreciation of the support and contributions made by the loved ones. Yellow roses are also being presented to Lieutenant Colonel Brigantti's wife, Lieutenant Colonel Crystal Brigantti, to welcome her to the Philadelphia District. Please rise for the entrance of the official party and remain standing for the presentation of the colors, honors, our national anthem, and the invocation given by Lieutenant Colonel Retired Michael Bliss. The official party consists of the reviewing officer, Brigadier General Thomas Tickner, outgoing commander, Lieutenant Colonel David Park, and incoming commander, Lieutenant Colonel Ramon Brigantti.
Sir, the colors are present.
Post the colors.
Order. Arms. Forward. March.
The colors you see being posted symbolize the very soul of the United States and the USA's Philadelphia District, for they record the glories of the past, stand as guardian over the present, and inspiring soldiers and civilians the loyalty, duty, and courage to achieve victory in the future. In the past, colors served as a rallying point for soldiers during battle.
Thanks.
What so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight, o'er the ramparts we watched, were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets ran clear, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
I would now like to invite Lieutenant Colonel Retired Bliss to the stage to deliver the invocation.
Good morning. I look out and there's a connection with Ramon and I just saw some familiar faces from 11E, 11th Engineer Battalion, and we spent some time in a faraway place in Iraq with Tom Smith, of course. And so it's always good to be here. Thank you for the opportunity. And let's pray. Lord, we love you, and we thank you for just a beautiful day. And Lord, I thank you for this district, and its legacy, and its history, its leadership, and the men and women that serve here. I ask that you just join us during this ceremony, allow us to have a good transition of command here and the leadership. And Lord, I can't help but think of a great leader who isn't here, and Bob Ruck had mentioned him. That's just Ray Donnelly. Just an influence on the district here, and it's just an opportunity and a thought when I thought about the ceremony today. And I ask that you just help us remember him and honor him. And Lord, just help the parks as they transition out to War College down in D.C. Allow them to go well. We thank you for their service. Just continue to allow them to do well as they progress in their career. And Lord, just put your hand on the Briganttis as they come in, and just give them extra wisdom and strength, and just allow them to serve well. And Lord, we just thank you for this honorable district. Thank you for the mission they do, and just leading in the forefront of the Delaware Valley here. I just think of all the organizations that they impact, and just allow them to continue to serve well. And Lord, just thank you for what you do for us. I just want to pray this in the name of Jesus. Amen.
Ladies and gentlemen, please be seated. The change of command is a simple, traditional event that is rich with symbolism and heritage. Key to the ceremony is the passing of the unit's colors. These colors represent not only the lineage and honors of the unit, but also the loyalty and unity of its soldiers and civilians. The colors are the commander's symbol of authority, representing his responsibilities to the organization. Wherever the commander is, also are the colors. Throughout history, commanders ensured their unit flags were carried by one of their most trusted officers. This practice was used in the United States Army until 1813, when the regulations were changed and the flag was entrusted to colored sergeants or sergeants major in the Corps of Engineers. Commanders select one of the most trusted civilian advisors to perform the honors. Today, our Deputy District Engineer for Program and Project Management, Mr. Kurt Heckelman, will have this honored role. The passing of the colors symbolizes the transfer of authority from the outgoing commander to the incoming commander. Because of the reverence the commander feels toward the colors, it is kept over their left breast during the transfer. The passing of the colors demonstrates to the soldiers and civilians of the organization the old commander has passed the mantle of leadership to the new commander. With this, also passes the loyalty of the workforce to their new commander. By the authority of Army Regulation 600-200, paragraph 2-5, the undersigned assumes command of the Philadelphia District, U.S. Army Corps of Engineers, 9 July 2021. Signed, Lieutenant Colonel Ramon Brigantti, Engineer, Commanding. Ladies and gentlemen, Brigadier General Thomas Tickler.
Wow, what a fantastic ceremony. What a great day to be here in Philly and witness this, firsthand. I know you do this every 2 years, but I think this year is extremely special. So good morning, ladies and gentlemen, leaders, distinguished guests, friends of the Philadelphia District. Welcome and thank you for joining us today to recognize these two amazing leaders, Lieutenant Colonel Dave Park and Lieutenant Colonel Ramon Brigantti. Why do I say this is special? It's true that it's special for Sherry and I to come back to the Crystal Tea Room, to be in this building and to see many of our friends. Many have since retired. I'm going to ask some of the retirees to stand up, but not yet. But why is it special? Because we've been through so much for over a year now. And we are just now coming out of some of our pandemic restrictions based on the vaccine effectiveness and current low virus prevalence in the region. So much enjoyed seeing more and more faces as we have been able to get out from behind our masks and gather again. What a great day to be serving the nation. What an honor it is for me to preside over this change in command ceremony. So just looking out there today, and I'm not sure if we recognized them in the beginning, so I want to do it now. And I want to see where you are. If there's retirees or alumni of the Philadelphia District, just stand up. And we're going to take names because, is that it? I'm recognizing that some people still sit. Okay. Very good. Make sure you get their names because you always reach that back and pull them in. Thanks, everybody. And I can't wait to see some of you today and get around and talk. So I have a lot of great memories in this room right here, in this building. No lie, I was the district commander here. I love Philadelphia. I'm from the area. And it's always great to be back in Philly. And I can't wait to get more excuses to come back down here. So Ramon, feel free to invite me to, Monday morning meetings. Wednesday, I'll be happy out here. But I'd like to take a moment to acknowledge those who organized this event. Ceremonies like this just don't happen. I know they take a lot of work, and thank you for everyone who worked tirelessly to put this great event together, and those who will still be working to make it a success long after we turn off the lights in the Crystal Tea Room. Your efforts do not go unnoticed, and thank you. Those of you in the audience, whether here in person or joining us virtually, I appreciate you taking the time to attend. Time is a most precious resource, and your presence is a testament to the strong and meaningful relationships that Dave and the Philadelphia District team have cultivated over the years. Now, because great leaders need great support to accomplish great things, I also want to recognize the many people who have supported these leaders we are honoring today. For Dave, the entire Philadelphia District team, your valued stakeholders, including our partners, contractors, and even end users of the projects we deliver. For Ramon, your colleagues and peers at the U.S. Army Central Command, the thousands of service members you led over the years, and the mentors who brought you here today, and the many, many more role models that have shaped both these leaders throughout their lives. I must also thank the Park and Brigantti families. Dave, you're blessed to have a few of your closest loved ones here with you today, and more watching virtually. Your sister, Christine Kim, and her husband, Charles, your dad, Ed Park, and stepmom, Sunny Park, who I know are watching virtually. Welcome to the Park family, and thank you for being here on this important occasion of Dave's career. Finally, your better half, Julie. Dave and Jill have been married since 2014 and are proud parents of Parker and Eric, their dogs. Now, I saw them trying to get them into the Macy's building this morning. They didn't make it, but I did the right over there behind the wall. So if you hear any commotion, their dogs are here. Jill, though you may not have seen Dave from all of his 11 military moves and 3 deployments over the past 20 years, you still know what it feels like to keep the home fires burning while separated from your spouse. You can also attest to the challenges associated with trying to stay in communication with a spouse who is halfway around the world with a 12-hour time difference between you. It's easy to understand why Dave places such value on the time spent with you. You have hung in there and stuck it out when times were tough and have been his rock, both in the relationship and in supporting Dave's workforce. At the height of the pandemic, you made and donated more than 2,200 face masks for USA's teammates, friends, families, schools, and the community. And you did this at a time when it was hard to find face masks in stores due to the nationwide shortage. So thank you for your selfless service and supporting Dave throughout his career. And as I told you downstairs, my favorite is the Phillies one that you gave me. And my boys loved the Eagles one that you gave them. As for Ramon and Crystal Brigantti, they are married for 14 years. This March, so get ready. Actually, this past March. Hopefully you did something good. They met as fresh-faced lieutenants at Fort Stewart, Georgia. They moved together to Korea, Kentucky, Hawaii, Pennsylvania, and South Carolina. 10 military moves in all for Ramon. The Briganttis are what I like to call a power couple. An engineer and a doctor, and both lieutenant colonels in the Army. Crystal is an optometrist who will be working at the Pentagon's De Lorenzo Clinic as an optometry and medical readiness chief. Prior to this assignment, she was the clinic chief and officer in charge of the medical reception at Fort Jackson, South Carolina, overseeing the testing of 30,000 plus trainees during COVID. In addition to all your professional accomplishments, Ramon says you are his most trusted advisor. Thank you for keeping him grounded and being the best spouse he could ask for. And let's not forget your boys, Ramon James, or RJ. You like to go by RJ? RJ's 10, but he said he's almost 20. And he's incredibly intelligent, beyond his years. Then he has his brother, a rising 5th grader. Or no, you're a rising 5th grader. And you love reading and online gaming. I would focus on the reading part. Now is your brother, Isaac, who's 7. I was told he wanted to come on stage, but maybe we'll do that a little bit later. He's 7, rising 2nd grader, and an aspiring paleontologist. So, look for P-Transit. I'm going to interpret that for you. Isaac, your dad says you know the correct pronunciation of all the dinosaur names, which is impressive. There's 700 different species that we know today that have names, so pretty incredible. Crystal, RJ, Isaac, you are what makes Ramon strong, especially your boys. I know that because I'm a dad too. You love and support and have kept both your parents serving and doing great things for our country. Ramon, the other lady in your life, is also here. Your mom, Carmen Cruz Santiago, who just retired from a 30-plus career as a school physical therapist assistant. Congratulations, Carmen. And I also understand you'll be moving with Crystal and the boys to assist while Ramon is here in Philly. Thank you for continuing to care for and love them. I know that your presence will bring added peace of mind for Ramon and Crystal as he works in Philly and Crystal in the Pentagon. Crystal's mother is also here, Ms. Donna Lloyd, and she's here with us today. Thank you for being here. Neither of these great commanders would have achieved their success without the love and support of their loyal families and the passion and dedication of their workforce. The privilege of command is one grounded in the elements of authority and responsibility. What you have witnessed here today is a transfer of those authorities and responsibilities from Dave to Ramon. The The change of command ceremony is a time-honored tradition. It serves to ensure that the unit and its personnel are never without official leadership. The ceremony signifies a continuity of trust. It also signifies the allegiance of the unit's members to their commander and a commander's esteem for their unit's members. Allow me to explain some of the key symbolic elements that make up this solemn tradition. First, the formal transfer of authority, a written order by which we officially assign a new leader to take charge, ensuring the district and its workforce are never without leadership. Second, the passing of the colors, which symbolizes the transfer of responsibility and authority from one commander to another. The flag represents the weight of accountability for everything that happens or fails to happen on a commander's watch. Ramon, when you held that flag, it represented the weight of all your missions, your team's aspirations, and its safety. It's a heavy burden. Third, the transfer of allegiance. From the outgoing commander to the incoming commander is bittersweet. The district must remain focused on the mission. You will miss Lieutenant Colonel Park, but you will adapt and thrive despite the change. Respecting the role of Lieutenant Colonel Brigantti must play in the district's success. Next, the continuity of the mission. The transitions bring uncertainty and potential loss of momentum, but they can also bring about innovation, new perspectives, and renewed enthusiasm. Both commanders were chosen for their demonstrated leadership, ensuring that momentum is sustained as the district moves forward. Finally, the command of a district goes beyond accountability of projects, people, and money. It's about innovation at the ground level, developing future leaders, and serving as first line of defense, guardians, if you will, of USACE's world-class reputation. Dave Park and Ramon Brigantti are proven agents of credibility, leaders who develop solutions for the nation's toughest challenges while taking care of their people. For the past 2 years, Dave Park has held watch in Philadelphia, and I've had the privilege of being his commander since I took command of the North Atlantic Division a year ago. My first impression, Dave is highly intelligent, unflappable, and candid. All well sought after qualities in a command. I continue to be impressed with all you have done to lead your teammates to deliver on projects that directly benefit the surrounding communities, the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania, the states of New Jersey and Delaware, and the nation. Last fiscal year, the district executed a $500 million program, of which about half was awarded to small business. Over the past 2 years, Dave, you oversaw the renourishment of 56 miles of coastal projects in New Jersey and Delaware, drastically reducing the effects to storms. As my federal representative on the Delaware Basin Commission, you provided leadership and collaborated with our federal agencies, provided trustful counsel and advice, and delivered the federal position on several complex issues. Embracing the unique challenges of COVID, you led the Philly District in supporting the FEMA mission of creating added patient care facility capability for New Jersey, Delaware, and Pennsylvania, assessing more than 40 facilities as potential alternate care sites. Your leadership was essential to the ultimate construction of 4 alternate care facilities and 3 medical stations for the state of New Jersey, totaling 1,400 COVID bed care spaces. Many of these beds ultimately serve as overflow for non-COVID related patients so that COVID patients could be seen and cared for at the hospitals. I often get asked to comment on why only a few alternate care facility beds were used throughout the nation during the COVID pandemic. My answer is easy. Thank God they weren't. You see, all across the United States and its territories, we were in a race against the potential curve of the virus, while the medical community and the science community perfected the treatment and vaccine. Many of us in this room, government and industry alike, the goal was to provide more than enough quality healthcare beds for not just the unknown number of patients we were going to have, but the safe environment for our critical healthcare workers who worked around the clock to save lives. I say again, thank God we didn't need it. And thank God for the Philadelphia District and our partners who performed superbly in this crisis. Perhaps most important, Dave, through all your success at the district, you never lost sight of taking care of people by fostering a diverse, inclusive, and world-class workplace. I thank you for your service to the Philadelphia District and wish you and Jill the best in DC as you head to the National War College to become an even stronger leader in in the areas of high-level policy, command staff responsibilities, and national security strategy. Dave, please know how grateful we are for your steadfast dedication to the mission that you demonstrate during your command here. Know that we will miss you, as I know you will miss working with your great teammates in the Philadelphia district. Thank you again for everything you've done for USACE, the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania, New Jersey, Delaware, and the nation. And on a personal note, we now share a common history and legacy in that we are now both past commanders of the great Philadelphia district. We've got shrunken heads just waiting for us down. And I look forward to seeing you again and again with many of the other past commanders who share this bond. I also know you will command again at USACE, and I can't wait to see that happen. While the parks are moving on, we bring in an amazing command team to take their place. Lieutenant Colonels Ramon and Sarah Brigantti, coming from the U.S. Army Central Command, Raleigh Air Force Base, South Carolina. In his role as the engineering director, Ramon focused on repositioning Army forces throughout the Central Command area of responsibility. His work there reflected joint, multi-component efforts to award, design, construct new facilities, and while maintaining critical capabilities in the theater. Ramon, you worked hard to earn your professional engineering certification, and now you can bring your experience and that additional expertise to bear in leading this great and diverse team in Philadelphia. I can tell you, from what I've seen over the last year, and even during my own tenure as commander about a decade ago, this is a team of consummate, professional public servants. Despite the pandemic, they didn't miss a beat delivering projects for our stakeholders. Additionally, supervisors have worked hard to ensure workforce is informed, and I know you will continue that communication effort, especially as you look toward future workplace transformations. There are certainly challenges ahead. In Philly, we have it all: civil works, military construction, operations, regulatory, planning, all golden opportunities to serve and support the nation by solving tough challenges. Now, because you're an avid runner, I will use a marathon analogy. As you take the baton from Dave, I look forward to running with you as you stay the course of commitment to our workforce, our stakeholders, and the nation, and drive change to achieve each project's objective for the nation. I also know you're an avid chef, so one of those nights I'm down here, I look forward to sampling your perfected cheesecake. No joke. Seriously, Ramon, you were the right leader at the right place at the right time. Welcome to Philly. Serving as a commander is a tough and important job. Being selected as a commander of a district doesn't happen by accident. It requires a highly motivated, agile leader to manage the tremendous volume of day-to-day business and facilitate the long-term success of great organizations. The right candidate is a strategist, an advisor, and a doer. Lieutenant Colonel David Park and Lieutenant Colonel Ramon Brigantti, you have proven time after time that you are the right leaders for the toughest jobs. Ramon, I'm excited to see what you will accomplish in service to others in this new assignment. And Dave, I wish you all the best at the National War College and the next phase of your Army career. To the members of the Philadelphia District team, thank you for everything you do each day, delivering projects and programs on time, in budget, for our stakeholders. I trust under Lieutenant Colonel Ramon Brigantti's command, you will continue to engineer solutions to the toughest challenges facing the nation. Thank you, partners, guests, once again for celebrating with us today alongside us to achieve our mission. Essayons, building strong, Army strong.
Ladies and gentlemen, Outgoing District Commander, Lieutenant Colonel David Park.
Good morning. So I'll start this off with kind of an odd disclaimer, but I think many of you would say that you've gotten to know me as a man of few words and probably even fewer emotions. One that's probably prepared or even over-prepared at times and very deliberate. So I'll try to live up to those expectations, but no promises. To all of our distinguished guests, friends, family, fellow Corps of Engineer teammates, I'm honored that you chose to attend this change of command, whether in person or virtually. And looking out at the crowd, as General Tinker mentioned, this almost feels like a reunion of past Philadelphia District Commanders, as well as some past West Point grads, which I see out in the crowd. Thank you all for taking the time out of your busy schedules. I know it was hard to make it out, and I'm glad that we missed the storm that hit us last night. I also want to acknowledge and thank all of our teammates who helped put this event together, our great executive office team, the Employee Morale Association, our IT personnel, public affairs, and Captain Dan Powell, who spent months coordinating, planning, and putting this all together. Also to our park rangers, from Blue Marsh serving as a color guard, great job. And to our 58th Philadelphia District Commander, Lieutenant Colonel retired Mike Bliss, for providing the education. Of course, I wouldn't be here today without the support of my family. To my amazing wife, Jill, over the course of the past military 11 assignments and transitions, 3 deployments, and 2 other overseas tours, we've weathered the storm, and you've been by my side for over the past 10 wonderful years, and married for the past 7. I couldn't have done this without your support. Oftentimes serving as a sounding board, a counselor, a confidant, and a best friend. To my parents, Edward and Sonny, who are watching us virtually online, and to my sister, Christine. Thanks for all your support along the way. I'm looking forward to spending more time with you all, Charles and Ryan, my next assignment in DC. And to my dad, especially, appreciate all the support, and especially your crushing of my dreams growing up of being a professional baseball player, an education, and make something of myself. General Tinker, to you, to General Milhorn before you. I know I speak for the 550-strong Philly team here in your district when I say that we greatly appreciate your leadership, guidance, and support. It's truly been an amazing journey, and I can't thank you enough for your mentorship, engagement, and making yourself accessible to all of us district commanders. To the North Atlantic Division team, senior executives, and fellow district commanders, past and present. I don't think I could have asked for a better team of professionals, mentors, and colleagues, and I feel privileged and proud to have worked alongside you over the past 2 years. And I'd especially like to thank all of our state and federal partners and stakeholders. Without you, we cannot execute our mission, deliver the program. And I greatly appreciate your continued collaboration and support to protect the lives of our communities and solve the nation's toughest challenges. And finally, to all my fellow brothers and sisters here on the Philly team, it's truly been an honor and privilege to serve with you over the past 2 years. And I don't think words can express my gratitude for your selfless service and everything that you have done and continue to do on a daily basis. General Tickner very well outlined and highlighted some of your major achievements over the past 2 years. But that's just a small snapshot of some of the amazing accomplishments you all have contributed to as part of the district's proud 155-year history. What I've learned during my time here is that there is no challenge too great and no emergency too dire that the Philadelphia district cannot handle. 2 years ago, having no prior USACE experience, I stood on this stage not really knowing what to expect. All I knew was that I wanted to command, and both Jill and I wanted to be assigned to Philadelphia as our first choice because it was close to our home and our families in West Virginia and Virginia. What I soon realized and experienced shortly after taking command was that our family grew exponentially by about 550 additional members. The district has proven time and time again that they can execute and deliver and respond to whatever our nation or Mother Nature throws in their direction. But what I found out that makes this district so special, and what I've grown to appreciate the most, is the close-knit bonds and forged relationships, both internally within our formation, with our partners and stakeholders. And what you'll find if you talk to people on this team is a genuine and sincere drive to take care of one another.
not only to take care of our own, but also the people of this great community across our region and across the 5 states that we're responsible for. And I should clarify that when I mention the Philly team, I'm talking about the collective team that you see here in this building, which includes the Marine Design Center and their 30 or so team members. It also includes from the moment that you walk into the Wanamaker building, as you walk through the lobby, you may run into Mike or Fred or Marlon at the desk down below. As you walk up and enter through the elevator, you'll probably see John Baruso standing back there, our building custodian, who's been a part of this district team for over 2 decades. And you all can see him attending our district functions and socials. And really, I think he's probably the historical continuity for our organization. As you get off the 6th floor elevator, you'll probably see Bernadette, our public affairs receptionist at the desk, who's the face of our district. You'll be greeted by Ernesto Gonzalez, the security guard who makes his rounds every morning at 7 sharp, and before he leaves in the evening at 4:30. Some of the most vivid memories I'll take with me as I leave. I recall coming board 2 years ago, and I met most of the district teammates at Rich McMullen's birthday party at the McMullen's house. Having not even taken command time, I don't think, I got to meet a lot of the great teammates we have here. At that, many more functions to come. Whether it was Phillies ball games, baby showers for the resource management folks, brunches at IHOP in the midst of end-of-year execution with the contracting team, and many of the other holiday social parties which you guys are all invited to and mostly are a part of anyway. Those have all been great, and I'll take those memories with me for the rest of my life. The only thing that matches this camaraderie and the care for one another is really the level of expertise and hard work ethic that exists here in Philly. What you'll notice and what I've observed over the 2 years, on occasion, when I've gotten here for whatever the mission required early in the morning, or stayed here until late at midnight, which has been rare, at the time seeing, pick a name out of our office of counsel, John Scarbeck, Jessica Cohn, John Casbar, working on something at their desk close to midnight because they had to get the work done. This is just a testament of the great character, dedication, and selfless service that kind of permeates the formation here within the Philadelphia district. I can't imagine a better team of professionals and experts to have worked with throughout my command. Some of the expertise that you'll see here, and I'll just kind of highlight a few as examples. We had 4 of our district teammates who were recognized for national level achievements across the USACE enterprise. The first, as we kind of recognized below at reception with Bob Rook and General Ticker and some others, Ray Donnelly, who passed away earlier at the beginning of last year, was the chief of our resource management team. He was widely known as one of the best resource managers across USACE and was recognized as the 2019 RM Manager of the Year. Jeff Gebert, who recently retired, one of our planning experts, after 43 years of federal service, also received the 2019 Lifetime Planning Achievement Award across the USACE enterprise. Recently, Adrian Holias was awarded and recognized for his structural expertise and bridge safety as the USACE Bridge Structural Safety Engineer of the Year. And if I recall correctly, last year, Cameron Chasen was also recognized as the USACE Structural Engineer of the Year. Now, to put that into perspective, they're competing against all of the USACE employees across the world, which includes a team of about 35,000 professionals. I also want to thank all of our teammates who continue to work throughout the height of the pandemic. This year has been an odd, challenging, but a very rewarding
time in command. Some of the folks from our operations division, our McFarland crew, the Rangers at Blue Marsh, some of our regulators and teammates who continue to work day in and day out, despite the country being in quarantine and lockdown. I appreciate your dedication to the mission and to delivering on your commitments. To the corporate board, and to all the leaders and civilians within the Philadelphia district, on behalf of Jill and I just want to give you my heartfelt thanks and appreciation for all the work and achievements you have done. To Lieutenant Colonel Ramon Brigantti and Crystal, Isaac and RJ, Brigantti family, the only advice I can give you is that don't blink, because time will fly by. Before you know it, it'll all be over. Treasure your moments here. Take care of the people that you see in front of you and across the district, and they in turn will accept you and take care of you in the mission as well. And so with that, I just want to again acknowledge, thank you all for the best 2 years of my 20-year military career. SA odds, building strong. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, 61st Philadelphia District Commander, Lieutenant Colonel Ramon Brigantti.
Wow, I really can't believe this. This is a pretty awesome day. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for being here. Let me begin by saying how great an honor it is to be the 61st Commander of the Philadelphia District. This district continues to punch above its weight class in solving the nation's hardest engineering problems. And that said, I'm going to follow the Army's 2 cardinal rules for incoming commanders. Be brief and be seated. I do want to take a few moments to thank some very important people. To my wife, Crystal, my boys, RJ and Isaac. Thank you so much for keeping me honest, keeping me humble, RJ keeping me current, Isaac letting me know about all the dinosaurs, and supporting me while we continue this Army adventure. Thank you for your love and for being with me every step of the way. To the moms, Carmen and Donna, words truly can't describe the love and support you provide to Team Brigantti as we continue to serve. To General Tickner, sir, thank you for being here, officiating the ceremony, and to Sherry Bam, thank you for introducing yourself this morning. I appreciate the profound words and the warm welcome. I look forward to working with you both in the weeks and months to come, and I'm grateful for your confidence in me and excited for this tremendous opportunity. Dave, I really could not have asked for a better partner in this transition. You reached out early and often, and you found great targets of opportunity to lead me into the future awaiting the district. Your leadership in the middle of a pandemic was top-notch, and I wish you and Jill the best as you continue into the National War College. I'd also add a couple personal welcomes to other distinguished guests here today. To my local, state, and federal teammates, I look forward to getting to know each of you. I do have some cards in my pocket, finally, so I can hand them out as I greet you later on today. I don't want to exclude anyone, just please know that the district will continue to provide world-class support. Your day-to-day, the day-to-day support you get from the Philadelphia district should be transparent to you. To the senior executives in the room, Ms. Baker, Mr. Koenig, Mr. Smith, Billy stands ready to continue to provide great support for the regional and enterprise mission for the Corps. To the fellow commanders, both current and former, in the NAD family, look forward to working with you and learning from each of you. To friends and mentors that have traveled far and wide, thank you for joining Crystal and I in this amazing ceremony. And then last and certainly not least, to the amazing civilians and soldiers who make up the Philly team. I'm excited to be here. It's going to be great working with such professionals and public servants. You know, it speaks volumes to me and to my family, the fact that we have public servants that are willing to spend 30, 40, nearly 50 years serving this country, this city, this organization. It speaks volumes because this is a family, and it is public service. And you could do something else, but you choose to do it every day in this district. And I'm humbled at the opportunity to lead this great outfit. Our mission is simple and clear: deliver quality projects on time, on budget, and safely. That mission is going to drive everything that we do. So let's get to work. Assaillants, building strong, Army strong, beat Navy.
Ladies and gentlemen, please rise for the departure of the colors and join in the singing the engineer song and the Army song. The words are located on the back of your program.
Sir, permission to retire the colors.
Retire the colors.
Order, arms. Forward, march.
Army was rolling along. Proud of all we have done, fighting till battle's won, and the Army was rolling along. And this high day, the Army's on its way, down on the gates of its strong. For wherever we go, you always know that the Army was rolling along.
Ladies and gentlemen, please remain in position until the official party departs. On behalf of the Commanding General of the North Atlantic Division, we thank you for attending today's change of command ceremony. Lieutenant Colonel Park and his family will receive friends and well-wishers at the front right of the stage. Lieutenant Colonel Brigantti and his family will receive on the left side of the stage. Lieutenant Colonel Brigantti will also host a reception in the atrium directly across the hall from the exit following the ceremony. Thank you for joining us on this historic occasion. Essayance, building strong, Army strong.